Try and think though, because we gotta. I can't even think. I don't even, like, everything is just so unorganized. Okay, so because I'm like trying to unpack, so like halfway unpacked. I got pictures. Okay, you got your papers. I got my eyebrows off now. Don't even worry. Don't worry. Who cares? Who cares? Okay.
When this scene was filmed, a lot of audiences didn't have a favorable view of Meri. It might be a less common stance today, but people found her as overly dramatic as Robin in those days. For some people, their aversion particularly grew during the time they were settling into their Las Vegas homes. I sometimes perceived her actions as manipulative, and while some might argue her circumstances justify her behavior, it's important to remember she willingly entered into a polygamous lifestyle. Moreover, her treatment of Janelle upon her entry into the family struck me as bullying, at least at that time. Meri's passive-aggressive nature was particularly evident during the Cody-Christine split. She consistently aligned with Cody and Robin regardless of their actions, and then seemed bewildered when Christine and Janelle didn't support her. He has been exhibiting the same behavior towards her as he did with Christine. Christine had the courage to walk away. Meri should have supported her. In the initial seasons, Meri wasn't known for her tears and distress. It was only after Robin began showing such emotions that Meri adopted a similar approach, seemingly in an attempt to maintain Cody's attention through emotional displays. However, unlike Robin, this tactic did not yield the same results for Meri, and recently she seems to have ceased this behavior. I've often believed that Meri and Robin share a similar disposition, which explains their compatibility. My unfavorable opinion of Meri began to form after delving into their book and observing the therapy sessions. That's when the root of the estrangement between Christine and Janelle and Meri was first revealed. I also noticed that Cody did not seem particularly keen on encouraging a harmonious sister-wife relationship with Meri, which I found peculiar. It appears that a significant event led most of them to choose distancing from Meri over reconciliation. I'm curious about the actual details of the situation. For quite some time, I suspected that Meri's early actions, which remained concealed, significantly impacted the family dynamic. Subtle hints suggest a deeper issue, especially considering Janelle's drastic decision to live apart with her children for around 2 years, a choice seemingly influenced by Meri. The nature of the conflict appears to extend beyond trivial household disagreements, given the consistent distance maintained from Meri since the show's beginning. Notably, Cody's lack of effort to foster a closer bond between Meri and the other wives is telling. Additionally, Peyton's recent podcast comments, where he refrained from discussing Meri as promised to his mother, indicate a deeper story. Despite criticism from Meri's supporters, the children's perspectives seem to be muffled. The fact that Peyton, McCulty, and Maddie have hinted at abusive behavior, with Maddie even referring to Meri as a monster, suggests a significant underlying issue. Their retracted or silenced testimonies hint at a troubling narrative. I hope for transparency in the future, not only for clarity but also to shift the undue criticism away from these children and reveal the true nature of their experiences. Reflecting on the day this video was captured, the intensity with which she yelled at Christine would have driven me to simply get in my car and leave. On the other hand, I also have mixed feelings for Meri. I have sympathy for her, and as such, I want to give her the benefit of doubt. I believe Meri might be on the neurodivergent spectrum. Many of her actions, including her extreme reactions during crises, where she loses control over her environment, seem to align with this. On the other hand, there is also the thought process that individuals with neurodivergence often excel in crisis situations. However, the disruption of her routine and overstimulation might explain her heightened responses. Additionally, while many find her behavior puzzling, as someone who's neurodivergent, I can relate to and comprehend her intricate approach. It's unfortunate that those who are neurotypical may struggle to grasp this. So I must admit that I also lament the fact that Christine and Janelle are now distancing themselves from her. They could offer mutual support, but their neurotypical perspectives and rigid expectations of how one should perceive the world lead them to misinterpret her as merely difficult. They fail to recognize that what is ambiguous to them might be clear to her. Alternatively, Mary's behavior may also be stemming from the psychological abuse and absolute emotional neglect by Cody. When subjected to such treatment, some individuals find it impossible to shut off their thoughts, leading to excessive rumination and attempts to resolve issues. This phenomenon, known as central sensitization, often results in a persistent state of anxiety and brain fog. For someone who highly values organization, experiences like moving or facing natural disasters are incredibly distressing. These situations rank among the most stressful scenarios one can face. Watching this unfold is quite distressing. I've personally dealt with both these challenges. On the other hand, I also wonder if it's impulsive, excessive disorder. All those relocations were at times just too much to handle, particularly for someone with a penchant for organization. Impulsive excessive disorder includes instances of compulsive behaviors and uncontrollable anger. These issues run much deeper than a simple lack of willpower, and as a result, the urge to engage in maladaptive behaviors is so intense for such people that impulse control disorders have been compared to obsessive compulsive disorder or OCD. At that moment, Meri required the same approach Christine took, to step back and allow only a few to interact with Meri simultaneously. Meri was experiencing a panic attack and needed just one person to calmly guide her through it. Evacuating due to a wildfire is an intensely frightening and stressful ordeal. Meri lashed out at Christine, driven by the fear of losing cherished items like family photographs. While her reaction was unfortunate, it's not uncommon for individuals under severe stress to experience a breakdown. However, upon looking further into the situation, it appears she wasn't actually facing an evacuation. It was pre-evacuation notice, indicating the possibility of having to leave and the need to prepare. Under such conditions, it's impractical to pack up everything in the house. The best course is to load the car with essential items and await further instructions. Ultimately, her area didn't even require evacuation. I must confess, there's a humorous side to seeing Meri coil around Robin akin to a fishing worm. It does make me laugh. I remember at the time some audience members believed that Christine did make an effort, but her lack of dramatic flair didn't sit well with Meri. Conversely, another segment of viewers felt that while Janelle and Robin were attempting to assist, Christine seemed to be provoking Meri and mocking her. It wasn't the appropriate moment for such behavior, and Meri was certainly not in the state of mind to entertain those antics. Each viewing leaves me with a different impression. She's clearly in a state of panic, which likely means she isn't entirely in control of how she's reacting. It's akin to a dog with its leg trapped, lashing out in fear and pain when someone tries to help. I empathize with her in that respect. However, it's hard to overlook how sharply she turned on Christine, who was merely trying to offer support. And then there's Robin, displaying tears even though she's not directly involved in the situation. Is it just me, or did anyone else find humor in her sudden concern about her eyebrows after glancing at Robin? Anyway, that's all from me today, you guys and girls. Talk to you all at another time over another video. Peace out.